What are we doing today? Making a decapping stand. Okay, so as you beekeepers know, when you harvest honey, you have to decap the frames. This is an old frame. It's just old. It's been sitting in my shed, but this is basically what happens. As you beekeepers know, the bees cap the cells, and you have to take that cap off in order to extract the honey. Well, I need a good way that's easy to decap this, and so I figured I would build a stand, one that I can mount on the wall, and it'll mount at an angle like this, and the rack will hold it while I decap it. I have one of those little paint roller looking decappers, and so basically what it is like a trim roller. It's about this wide, and it's just a little roller, a sphere, and like I said, about that wide, and it's got spikes all over it. When you roll it on the frame, it punctures all of the cells, and so you just roll it like this and it punctures it. So I'm going to build a rack that mounts on the wall, and it'll hold this frame like this, and so I'll be able to stand there like so and roll it, and I'll put a bucket underneath so that it will catch the cappings and the honey and so forth. And so it'll make it convenient, it'll make it easy, it'll make it ergonomic for me to be able to decap a lot of frames of honey pretty quickly and pretty easily without having to bend over, without being on a horizontal surface. And so doing this gets tiring after a while, and so it'll just make it more ergonomic and more convenient to do that. So hey, let's build it. I skipped some things with the video. I didn't cut the metal actually on video, but I'm going to show you what I have and get you caught up here. So I got some flat bar that is 1/8 thick, and it's 1 inch wide. Okay, so I cut 2 of these at an angle. You can see that that's a 15-degree angle on one end. The other end is a 90-degree angle. Okay, so I cut 2 of those just alike. All right, it's 8 inches on the short end of the angle. Okay, the next thing I did was I cut 2 that are 4 inches at the short end of the angle. Again, a 15-degree angle on this end. Then I cut 2 pieces of angle iron. This is just 1 inch by 1 inch by 1/8 angle, just like that. Okay, so 2 pieces identical. There you go, just like that. Okay, now what's going to happen is these are going to mount just like so. If you're looking at a profile, that's going to be on top of the frame like this, and then another one is going to be at the bottom of the frame, and it'll actually hold the weight of the frame just like that, and it'll be at an angle. Again, if you're looking at a profile down the wall, that's kind of what it'll look like. Now, in order for this to mount on the wall like I intend, the small pieces that I told you about earlier will be at the top, and the angle iron will be welded onto it just like so. So that kicks that out at an angle. Then on the bottom will be the 8.5 inch pieces with the angle iron welded like so. So the bottom will be on the bottom end of the frame, and the top will be on the top end of the frame, and it'll hold the frame. And so these ends right here will end up on the wall, and then I'll show you how we're going to mount them on the wall. Let's get this worked up. That's what you end up with right there. Now we're gonna do the bottom. This is the top, so it'll sit just like this. Now I'm gonna do the bottom. Okay, that's what I ended up with for the bottom. I welded those two onto the bottom of this angle iron just like that. And the bottom will sit just like so. Alright, now I've cut two 18-inch pieces of the flat, 1 inch by 1/8. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these and I'm going to weld it on just like so, so that this 18-inch piece can then become the actual mount to mount it onto the wall. There you go. That's the bottom. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a piece of this flat stock at 18 inches. That's because the frame is just under 18 inches long from there to there. And so I'm going to use that flat stock to hook those two pieces, the bottom and the top, together. You'll see. Alright guys, I got this all welded up, so let's see what it looks like. There it is. I just need to come and drill holes right here, and right here, right here, and right here to be able to bolt this thing into the studs on the wall. And so, but that's a picture of what it looks like. There's the profile of it right there. Try to give you guys a good shot. But yeah, that's what it looks like. The frame will sit just like that. This will be the bottom, and that will be the top. So there again, if you can picture it sitting on the wall like so. Again, there's the profile. There's the profile just like that. I'll be able to decap just like so. Sorry for the shaky camera.